Hello everybody, here we are today talking about Jonathan Quick passing Ryan Miller for the most wins all time as an American goalie in NHL history. Now before we start with it, please make sure to subscribe if you're new to me or hockey, whatever the case may be. That being said, let's get on into it. So yes, I do know that this did happen, in the past few days, but I was gone. I just talked about that in my most recent video, but I did want to highlight what Jonathan Quick has done in his time with his career. This is somebody that was taken in the third round of the 2005 draft, and he didn't make his appearance right away. Pretty common for goalies to not do that because they take a little while to develop. However, in his first season, which was 2007, he played 3 games, won his first game of his career against the Buffalo Sabres, and had an .855 save percentage. And then his second season, he would see more opportunities with 44 games, picking up 21 wins and having a .914 save percentage. So, the first 3 games that he had in his career in his unofficial rookie campaign was not what you were hoping for probably if you're a goalie, to have a save percentage that low, but the second season things increased dramatically. However, for him and the Kings, they would fail to make the playoffs, as it would be the 6th straight year without postseason hockey. From there on though, things got really good for this team as they would go on to the playoffs in 7 of the following 9 seasons. Looking at this period, it was about as good as it could get for most franchises. They would make the playoffs almost every year. They would go to the Western Conference Final 3 seasons, actually 3 seasons in a row, 2012, 2013, and 2014, and they would advance past that in 2 of those occasions. So for a team that had only been to the Stanley Cup Final, I believe, 1 time before this, which was back with Wayne Gretzky, to go there 2 times after that is great, but what's even better is picking up their first and second championships in that period, as well as Jonathan Quick. Part of that is they beat the New Jersey Devils in 2012 for that first championship for the franchise, and then in 2014, of course, beat the New York Rangers for the second championship, which was a big deal. But I do want to highlight too, what he did in that period was just so impressive, as he had 271 wins over those 9 seasons, and he also had a .917 save percentage, a 2.26 goals against average. He was top 5 in Vezina voting and won the Jennings Trophy twice. Now, the Jennings Trophy is not something that is solely for one goalie. However, he, along with other guys like Martin Jones and Darcy Kemper, were big parts of getting that award for allowing the fewest goals. Martin Jones clearly able to go on and have a good stint with the San Jose Sharks before things got kind of messy there, and then Darcy Kemper made a name for himself and is still, of course, a name that you probably are aware of in the NHL to this day. But yeah, Quick played a massive role in that period. And that's because of the fact that he played so many games. He had a lot of seasons where he played 60 plus games, 65 plus games, 70 plus games, and was able to pick up a lot of wins, which is highlighted by what he's been able to achieve up to this point, nearing 400 wins, multiple 30 plus win seasons, a 40 win season under his belt. However, things unfortunately looked like they were going on the wayside, as while the Kings were able to get better after a bit of a rebuild period, Quick was struggling, and he ends up getting traded, which unfortunately feels like the unthinkable, but at the time he was traded to Columbus Blue Jackets. Basically, he said, hey, I'm not going to play there, I don't want to play there, and he was shipped off to Vegas, where he would go on to play 9 games and then pick up 5 wins in that time. But unfortunately for the veteran goalie, things weren't perfect, as he was, again, a guy that underperformed, and you're wondering if maybe his career was over. And maybe not even just over, but with his NHL opportunities likely shrinking, the veteran goalie does sign with the New York Rangers, and this is a deal that has been able to provide a lot for Quick as well as for the Rangers. So to me, it was very, very weird for him to sign with the Rangers. We've talked about that before, him beating them in the 2014 Stanley Cup Final, but this is where the historic moment happens, as he picks up 17 wins and passes Ryan Miller for sole position of first all-time with 392 wins, which kind of feels ironic, I guess, in a way. If you look at it, the Rangers are the most American team, I guess, if you would consider it from the aspect red, white, and blue, Lady Liberty, all that stuff. A lot of people consider New York to be one of the biggest and most major cities in America, and a lot of foreigners probably associate America with New York and New York with America. And Quick is now at the spot where at 38 years old, he is able to not have those end of the days creeping up that you were thinking about before, but more so just thinking about what lies ahead of him, as he will most likely crack 400 wins as he signed a extension with the New York Rangers. At the end of the day, this is somebody that is going to have a very nice career, will be considered one of the greatest American goalies, and I think it's just really promising to see how this season, after so many bad seasons, has progressed for him. Probably going to be his best season since 2018, and you would have have to think for Jonathan that while 450 wins is probably out of the question, as my dog is snoring under the blanket, Quick is going to be in a spot where he's going to get to pad his stats a little bit over a guy like Ryan Miller and do so in less games, which I think is also a testament for him. So a two-time champion, two-time Jennings winner, individual that's been able to be a big-time playoff performer before, somebody that he's got to make a name with a variety of teams. You know, with the Kings, obviously it's going to be the main thing, but seeing how things could go with the Rangers, I am really hopeful that he could finish his career on the right track and not have the fall-off that I was considering that he could have. I'm hoping too, maybe some of the younger fans of the game can see that he was better than what they remember, as well as, of course, young American goalies saying that he is an inspiration for them and why they play, to where one day, of course, we will hear on the TV, yeah, Jonathan Quick was my hero when I was a young American goalie growing up, trying to make an impact and trying to get to the NHL. But anyway, that is enough rambling for me today. We're going to be talking about just a variety of other things throughout the week. What are your thoughts, though, on Jonathan Quick? What do you make of his career? What do you think could happen when it gets to the end phase? How many wins do you think he'll be at? All that stuff. Let me know down below in the comments. Also, please make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. Everybody stay safe. Have a great night. And you go love hockey, alright. Goodbye, Brigadiers and Brigadettes. This is your captain signing off. Have a great night.